I definitely appreciate the follow. So I do offer services. I coach clients and I help them get into better health, mostly targeting weight loss and A1C reduction. But honestly, the A1C reduction and fat loss, when you go through my program, those tend to become secondary byproducts of the lifestyle changes that you're making. When you do actually truly lose weight and you keep it off, it's not because you're losing weight, but you're becoming a different person. And that different person does different things, makes different choices, and those choices tend to be aligned with weight loss. So I'm showing you a lot of the biology about how the body works, which changes your decision making about what you're consuming, how much activity that you're doing, and what type of activity that you're doing. But ultimately, what I am aiming for people is sustainable weight loss, which tends to come with identity level change. You are changing your identity, and with that comes weight loss, because when you change who you are to a person that is more disciplined, to a person that understands more about their health, to a person that is more aware of what their body is feeling and what those feelings mean, that actually listens to their body speaking to them through different signs, through pain, through the lactic acid that you feel in your exercise. This type of person cannot help but to become a person that also loses weight. I'm not saying it's the easiest thing in the world, but there is a framework with which you can achieve it. Now, I just had this conversation with our group class on Wednesday. There are literal things that work with your biology that you can do to understand how to become more disciplined, to understand the role of motivation, to understand the role of the actual setbacks that you face, because you need those, and then to understand how these all tie into changing yourself at the identity level. That's the framework that I take people through. So it's not just about weight loss, it's about sustainability. Because when it becomes who you are, even if you suffer some sort of setback, let's say work gets really busy, you are always going to return back to who you are. I'm assuming that no one that I follow or follows me has ever used heroin, for example, but let's use that. No one has to tell you to be disciplined about not using heroin, right? Not only because we know it's not good for you, but also because it's just not what you do. This is how I want you to feel about not going to the gym. You're going to eventually go there, even if you, for instance, have a really hard work week. Eventually, you're going to return back, because not going all the time is just not aligned with who you are as a person. So this is the identity level change that I am working on with my clients that tends to be sustainable. And when you are able to actually change your identity, it doesn't matter